Ask West Lafayette Mayor John Dennis about the highlights of 2017, local business, jobs, economy, recreation, schools, housing, and eventually the conversation turns to State Street.
When we talk about 2017, in West Lafayette specifically, you can't not mention State Street. 3
mixed-use apartment towers are under construction along the newly built 2-lane road that has clearly marked spaces for bicycles and pedestrians.
We have had about $1 billion worth of business pledged on the State Street corridor.
And he says those tenants, on foot or on bicycle, will support existing businesses that stuck it out while the street was closed for reconstruction.
We will now have a population base, a density of a couple thousand humans that will be in that particular corridor. And one can only assume that that's going to continue the success of those businesses.
And those tenants, he says, will attract new businesses, retailers he's not supposed to identify.
To say that there might be a business that uses some form of fruit as their icon, that's a possibility as well. So, these kind of things for us as a city are encouraging.
As students move out of neighborhoods into the high-rises, Dennis sees opportunity to restore owner-occupied housing. The mayor says he takes some heat from long-term residents who live north of Sagamore Parkway and see the city investing a lot of money down by the Purdue campus. But Dennis points to the opening of Walt's Restaurant, the first standalone business in the Purdue Research Park.
It completely changes the dynamic and the perception of the Research Park, which I think is just outstanding. That will really create sort of a buzz on the north end of town.
Dennis says that illustrates the ongoing challenge of serving West Lafayette's 2 largest populations, 20 and 30-something students and professionals, and those age 50 and up who live north of Sagamore Parkway.
They firmly believe that the population base is there, and then the ones who are younger than that think it could be down here or, Birdsfield or wherever. And so we're going to have those conversations.
That's why he says there will be plenty of public meetings in 2018 where residents can give input on a new aquatic recreation center, as well as a new location for City Hall, currently housed in the old Morton School. Wherever the buildings are located, Dennis says they must fit into the city budget. Also next year, he says the city will continue to seek financial partners to fund renovations at the historic Morris School and the caretaker's house at the cemetery on Salisbury Street. But then he's drawn back to State Street and getting residents to think of the new corridor as the city's new downtown.
When you have a downtown, and the reputation of the downtown is that it's a drive-through, you got to do a lot of work to get people to realize that it's not. It's a place to be, it's a place to be seen, it's a place to spend money, it's a place to eat, to drink, to socialize. It's a destination point.
Kind of mind-boggling. Dennis says people from 127 countries call West Lafayette home, but he says the city is focused on breaking through local geographic barriers such as Sagamore Parkway and the Wabash River to get people on the same page. Chris Morrissey-Vitsa, Star City News.